Well, that was pretty poorly done. But hey, what's up? If you're wondering why I got so needlessly rowdy back there, it's because it is the 1 year anniversary of when I posted my first video on this channel. Well, actually, that's not true. My first video I posted on here was this travel video from when I went to Amsterdam back in 2021. And then I posted another one from when I went to Florence on the same trip. So I just figured, I may as well post those there. My travel vlog dreams were squashed pretty abruptly, that's okay. That's not why I got into this business. I had other goals in mind. But on May 16th of last year, I posted my first commentary video where I talked about Florida Georgia Line's weird music videos right here, but facing that way. Made some big changes in 1 year. So for that reason, I consider today to be the actual 1 year anniversary. I created the channel before, but 1 year since I started posting these types of videos. I wasn't sure how to celebrate 1 year or even if I should, because like I said, not much has changed other than about the 45-degree switch in camera angles here. Other than that, things are relatively the same. I sit at the desk and I talk for about 20 minutes, which some would say is about 12 minutes too long. I don't get paid from YouTube. I don't even post as often as I would like to. So I can't come on and be like, oh my God, thank you. You guys made my dream my job. I mean, one day maybe that'd be cool, but I just can't do that right now. It wouldn't make any sense. So I figured I should celebrate in some way or mention the fact that it's been one whole year of me doing this without just talking about some random topic and then just throwing it in. That just kind of seems like it's not as important. And that's what I do for everything else. So why not make this one a bit more personal? Why not just celebrate me, right? It's all about me. Ultimately, I realized the only way I can reflect on the past year without being all melodramatic and everything is just by looking at what I've made in the last year. So my way of shaking up the format here, keeping things light and fun, I'm going to power rank my own videos. I'm going to go through and assess which ones I feel the best about of the ones that I've posted, because there's some that I do not feel good about at all. I'll let you know that now. Now, does that mean that I'm going to go through and watch all these videos again? You would think so, but probably not, no, and I'll explain why. I tried to watch my first video the other day, the Florida Georgia Line one. It made me physically ill to watch that. I used to think so highly of that video too. When I first posted, I was like, okay, so I'll be at the top of the charts tomorrow, I guess. It's pretty good. But then when I watched 2 minutes of it the other day and I wanted to have an aneurysm because I just did not want to coexist with this video. And I don't want to be on the same planet as this video. I just didn't see a purpose in going forward, knowing that that's still out there. So since I know I'll have the same reaction for my older videos, I'm not going to rewatch them because they'll always get worse if you rewatch them. That's just how people are. They hate things in the past that they did or made because it's embarrassing for some reason, because we all like to think that we've grown so much in a year, which we haven't. So I'm going to rank it based on how I remember feeling when I posted it, because for a lot of these videos, I remember my thoughts of the video when I was putting it up there, okay, this one I feel pretty good about, or for quite a few of them, hey, this is not good, but I have to get a video up. All right, so starting at number 15, it's the Florida Georgia Line video. So I know this is in last place because of all of the reasons I just said. I watched it. I was like, oh, I want to set myself on fire when I see this. So I don't like it very much. So for that reason, it's last. But this was the first video that I had an idea for this style of video, and I actually made it. So it's always going to have that special place in my heart. But it's also a fun fact about the video. I actually filmed it in November of 2021, and I just sat on it because I wasn't sure if I wanted to post it or not. Obviously, eventually I did, but I do kind of wish I just sat on it for eternity. So you could please watch it. I encourage you to. I don't think it's good, so it's last. At number 14, we have my reacting to Hinge prompts videos. This one I think I can comfortably say is the most disappointed I've been with myself in a video, because it's a good concept. Because you go on Hinge, there are some of the most outrageous prompts you will ever see people say. Especially when you're trying to find your life partner. You see some of them and you're like, who in God's name is going to connect with that? It's not the nicest thing I've ever said, but let's just be honest here. Who's going to connect with that? My problem with it was I wanted to make the video shorter because I just felt like all my videos were kind of 20 to 25 minutes, and that's pretty long. I know YouTube's the longer videos are what people go on YouTube for, but I just felt for someone just starting off, it's maybe a little bit of an aggressive length to introduce yourself with. So, and I also didn't love all the prompts that I picked. I was kind of forcing myself to find jokes in them because I just wanted to make this video instead of naturally finding things funny and building them up over time. So if I do this again in the future, I'll do it better. But yeah, that one I was disappointed with. And also the thumbnail I don't like very much at all, but those are my thoughts. So that's number 14. At number 13, we've got the chicken Big Mac review. Now this one, I actually don't hate this video. I think I have it sounds good. I think I have some funny moments in it. I'm a funny person. My issue with it was I never planned on posting it on YouTube. I was just going to do it for my Instagram and like my TikTok and stuff because I've been hyping that I was going to review this chicken Big Mac because I fuck with chicken sandwiches like no one's business. That's pretty much my only problem with it, is just like the quality is not where I would want it to be because I filmed a lot of it on my phone. Like it's like the second most watched video I've made on here, so maybe I'm the idiot. Yeah, no, that one was just kind of like, if I knew I was posting on YouTube, I probably would have put in more effort. So that's the only reason it's on there. Other than that, it's perfect. So go watch it. Number 12, we have the gym talk one. This one, like, it's not that I was too disappointed with it. It's just like, to me, this is kind of like my most forgettable video. I don't think about this one. I don't think about any funny lines I had in this one, which I often do. I often sit and think about all the funny things I've said. It's not true. One thing that I like about this is I saw the one video that inspired me to make my first TikTok, which I shared in that video. And I kind of ran with that idea and like got deep into something and found like a bunch of it and found jokes to make out of it. So actually, this one could be higher. It's just, to me, it's just kind of a forgettable video, but the thumbnail's also terrible. I always look at that and just realize you can't read one single word that's said on it. It's just a complete nightmare of a thumbnail. Moving on to number 11, we have my Property Brothers video. Now this one is probably the second most disappointed I've been in a video because I thought this had the potential to just explode, because I don't think a lot of people know that the Property Brothers make music. It's something that I've known for a few years, and like I said in the video, I show everybody because I think they're so funny. Like, it's one thing that the Property Brothers make music that's funny in its own right, but when it's bad, it's even funnier because it's like you expect it to be bad, then you hear it and it's like, oh, it's worse than I thought. Without you next to me, life would be boring. This one I felt like I kind of rushed for like the same reasons that I've said. Like, I knew I had to get a video out and I just procrastinated. It wasn't as good, especially like because the songs are bad. It's like it's hard to just like jump on them and kick them while they're down already because they're clearly like limping to the finish line as is. I was surprised by the views. Like, it's not that I'm pulling in millions or anything, but this one didn't even break 100, which I was surprised at, just because lately I've been able to get over 100 for like all of them, and I thought this was a good topic. But I'm almost kind of glad it didn't get many views because it kind of like it reassured the thought in my head that I didn't do a great job on the video. So, I mean, again, go watch it. But yeah, that's why this one's low on the list. Because to be honest, I have a lot of my newer ones a little bit higher just because they're higher quality and I know that. So that means something to me. I don't like watching my older videos when they're all low quality. So this one was disappointing. I think this could have been a better video. Number 10, we have my Netflix interactive content one. This one was just because I was trying something new. Like, I think the video concept again was like decent because there's a lot of random interactive shit on Netflix that I had never seen before, and I don't think many people use, so I wanted to kind of get that out there. But I was just trying something new, like filming the TV and filming myself and like trying to edit together, and I think just in the edit I didn't do a great job personally. But I don't think I live react that well when I'm by myself. I'm like forcing myself to try and be funny, and it doesn't work because I'm just naturally a quiet person who doesn't want to speak when I'm alone in a room, but something I'm adapting to, obviously. I will say though, I think I did crush the thumbnail on this one. I remember making that because I was like struggling to do it. Then I put that together and I was like, holy shit, I'm a tuber now. So yeah, no, that one, it's not bad. A lot of these you're going to find the problems that I have to say are that I rushed them. It's because I'm just a notorious procrastinator. I was a big, massive university, like write papers the night before they're due kind of guy all the time, study the day before exams. That was my bread and butter. So I figured I've gotten pretty far doing it. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm realizing I should probably not do it as often as I do. At number 9, we have the rave parent TikTok one. This one, we're kind of getting into the ones where I don't mind these videos like very much. Like I thought this was pretty funny. I remember after I made my first video, I was kind of like all excited, like, okay, what can I talk about? How am I going to make this hilarious? I saw an article for rave moms, and I'm not one for rave culture. Don't, I smoked the microphone. I'm not one for rave culture personally. It's just, I don't even like dancing at the bar unless I'm with like a group of friends and just not sober. I'm a big sit down guy if I can. Sit down, get my 2 drinks so I don't have to go back up to the bar, put in a shift. That's what I do. So just seeing these, like this rave culture on TikTok, I was also new to TikTok, so exploring that was pretty crazy. This is like my introduction to TikTok, was rave parenting. That one was fun because I got to do like those deep dives and everything, but I thought I had some decent lines in there. I said it. I was funny once. Yeah, no, and again, yeah, the thumbnail, that's up there for my worst. Could be my worst. That was me having no idea what to do with a thumbnail because this was like my second or third video. Yeah, no, that needs work. I was pretty happy with the video. I thought I tried not to insult the culture of raving so much, because like everyone has their thing. People don't like what I like, and that's just how it is. So I wasn't trying to like insult people, but some of the people in that video are crazy. Just like the way they attack life is not how I would do it. That's fine. Doesn't mean I'm doing it the right way. That's just all I'm saying. At number 8, we have the Good Luck Charlie Christmas movie video. This one I didn't mind at all, because it was funny. I think I said it in the video. I really wanted to do a Halloween video on Halloween, and I was like brainstorming for I was trying to plan this one, and I just couldn't think of anything. I missed my chance on that. So I really wanted to do a Christmas one. And this movie, I remember I was watching Disney at the time, like when the movie came out, and my mom loved it. I don't know why. She's a Hallmark movie gal. So I just always remembered this movie, and I figured I could talk about it. Like Disney movies, they give you a lot to work with. If you ever just watch one critically once, you'll find holes in every scene. It's very easy. And yeah, I thought I found some funny things in that video, so I actually don't mind that video at all. That's why it's sitting comfortably at number 8. Number 7, we have my Next Star video, the Bad Canadian Singing Show. This was my second video I did, and it was a 2-parter. So a fun fact, not fun at all, but fact about that, the reason there wasn't a 2-parter is there was. And I made it, and I recorded it, and I edited it, and I posted it, and then I made it private after I learned that one of the kids I talked about in that second video passed away. And I just didn't think it was very respectful at all to keep it up, so I took it down. But for that first video, I have this higher because that one was the second. Like when I started messing with the idea of doing YouTube videos, I wanted to do the Florida Georgia Line one and then the Next Star, because those are 2 that I had shown a million people and I always found funny, and I realized that I was commentating on without filming it. So I was like, oh, that would translate to the camera pretty well. And it's also like that Parker kid, like his music video, I always laugh at. It just gets me every time. Sorry, I'm looking down a lot. I keep looking at pictures, but that Parker kid's video just kills me. It's so half-assed. It's hilarious. I wasn't even joking in the video though. Like some of those tunes kind of bang. Like Parker's song, like I do know all the words. Hers was weird. I didn't like hers very much. I don't like that she won either. I think I mentioned that in the 2-parter. She wins the Next Star. So she changed her name to Fangs, which was interesting. I don't think it helped her career. So with that, we're going to move to number 6, which is my Frenemies video. And my Frenemies video was the first one where I kind of started like feeling pretty good about making videos. Like I bought the green screen that I used in that video. I bought it for that video. I made like a sketch with it and everything. I was writing this one out fully. I think this was the first one I wrote out fully instead of like just taking notes and kind of improvising, which I'm realizing now I should probably keep writing them because improvising is struggling. Like I don't think I'm being that funny right now at all. I'm certainly trying. But that one I felt good about because I remember watching that movie, because I watched it more recently. I didn't watch it when it came out. I watched it at age like 23, and I just thought like Disney movies aren't usually good for like, they're never like standout best picture winners, but this one was like exceptionally bad. Like I rank movies. Every movie I watch, I'd review it on Letterboxd. This one I think was like my first maybe 1.5 star review. It just did not hit me where it needed to hit me, and I knew that I could make a video about it because of how ridiculous it is. I was pretty happy with that CGI tennis ball scene because I didn't catch that the first time I watched it. When I was watching it for the video, I was like, that is not real. How do you not throw a tennis ball for this? Like, who is hiring animators for that, and what animator is taking on that job? Like, I wouldn't want my name in the credits. If I did that, I would do it and be like, okay, like I did it for you. Please, I don't want to see the finished product. Just get that away from me. I actually think the funniest thing I said in that video is when that kid just keeps, every time he enters a scene, he goes, well, well, well. I was pretty happy that I noticed that because like it's just so silly. Just like this little nerdy guy coming in going, well, well, well. But this Kid Walker is like so annoying because he does the stereotypical annoying villain kid thing in this movie where every time he walks into a scene, he goes, well, well, well. Like he's some kind of mastermind.
Okay. Well, if it isn't Tweedle Geek and Tweedle Chic. Well, 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 if it isn't Miss Avalon.
From now on.
Well, 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 look who we have here.
So yeah, Frenemies, I have it number 6. Not my favorite video, of course, but I when it came out, I was pretty happy with it. Number 5, we have my latest, the Vicky Banks is the new Andrew Tate one. I debated moving this one higher, but the other 4 in front of it, I just thought that like when they came out, I thought higher of them. But this Vicky Banks one, I'm actually not too upset with it at all because I knew that I was like the first person to talk about this girl. I thought there'd be more people talking about it. Maybe she wasn't as big as I thought she was, but she was on my feed like every day. I was like, who is this chick? that is just talking about nuts all the time, all day, every day. Not that it's not obvious. I feel like anyone could have noticed it, but I was happy that I was able to like pick out what she was doing. Or it's like she's doing her OnlyFans kind of content. She tries this new thing right when Andrew Tate's in prison. Now I see her everywhere. That's all she does. I felt like I was making like a social commentary, which isn't that what everyone wants to do on YouTube, is come on and hear social commentary. I thought I did okay. She also, like, the videos were so bad. Like, her mic wasn't on for like 3 of them. Like, how do you let that happen if you're trying to pretend to have a podcast? Like, let's maybe get the basics out of the way here. Maybe step 1 is where we should start. She's pretty annoying. The worst part is just how fake she was too. There wasn't one person who bought her and like what she was selling, which is why that's why I can't believe that she like gets views, but that's how the internet works. Coming in at number 4, we had my Iron Man mask video. This one was like an experiment for me because I didn't like that everything I was doing was like based on something else, so that I was like talking down on something else. Just because like anyone can do that, I find, and also it's just like not me being original in any way. So when I saw the ad for the Iron Man mask, A, I fucking wanted it because it looked cool, and B, I was like, there's no chance what I'm gonna get looks like this, but I have to order it and find out. And then in the clip where I'm like actually unboxing it for the first time and reacting to it just like by myself, that was like personally the funniest I think I've been on YouTube. Like watching that back, that was like the one time where things didn't lose steam when I kept listening to them. I'd watch it and be like, okay, like that's kind of funny, which just sounds like I have the biggest head in the world, but I really am trying not to mean it like that. It's just like when I write stuff, I don't think I deliver it as well as when like things happen naturally and I say them, so that's why I probably found it funnier for me. But also, yeah, so I felt pretty good about that video because it was like I was doing my own thing. Like I was just making stuff up as I went along. I wasn't like basing it off of a movie or a YouTube clip or TikToks or something, so felt pretty good about that one. All right, we've reached the top 3. If you're following along at home, you probably already know what these are. You've probably already narrowed it down. Not true, nobody knows my library. But at number 3, we have my Andrew Tate music video. It sounded weird. This one I was pretty happy with because I couldn't believe nobody had done a video on Andrew Tate's music videos, or at least none that I had seen, because Andrew Tate was like the most popular person on the internet for a good stretch of time, and his music videos are the easiest thing to make fun of. Actually, I won't say the easiest. That's the one I've definitely got the most criticism for on YouTube and TikTok. All of these Andrew Tate fans like jumping down my throat like, dude, you're just using his name for clout. Yeah, no kidding. Like this guy who's one of the biggest names right now made horrible content. What I do is I commentate on stuff. Why would I not do that? You would have to just not be smart to not do that. And everyone like defending him, like he was saying how easy it is to make music, so he made it in a day. It's not that easy, I guess, because it's terrible. Like the videos suck and the songs aren't good, so it can't be that easy. But that one I felt good about because I felt like I was like Christopher Columbus discovering new land without genociding people. That was also the first video where I had the new camera and like a different mic, and it was just like an immediate, I felt so much better making videos because I've always wanted to make videos with like better cameras and stuff like that. So that obviously took it up a few notches in my book, I guess. I actually rewatched that video the other day, and I don't watch my own videos ever. It's not like something I do. Like, well, I better check out my stuff that's so good. But I watched that one the other day, and I was not upset with it the way I was like the Florida Georgia line one. Like I said, like I wanted to hurl myself into oncoming traffic. This one I did not feel that way, so that's what I consider a positive. Coming in at number 2, we have my Jordan Matter video. Now this one I felt super good when I posted it because I don't know why people don't talk about that guy more, because what he's doing is so weird. It's like he's running like a children's show. He tells her and pretends that she's the star, but like he has to be the star. He always has to be in it doing his thing, being wacky. He's the wacky dad who doesn't fit in with his daughter. But like he's just like forcing her to do stuff so that he could make money and be famous. And he has so many subscribers and it blows my mind. I know like parents probably watch it and like with their kids and stuff, and they like it because it's like kid-friendly stuff, but like the guy is just clearly so using his daughter. And I don't know why people don't discuss it more. And he's like hanging out with like Addison Rae and Charlie D'Amelio. And like I said in the video, if my dad did that, I would sit him down and say, you're not, like, you can't do this anymore. Not Jordan, he's young at heart. So felt good about that one. That one's also my favorite thumbnail that I've done because this guy thinks he's so young and he's so visibly not. So I thought my dad acts his age challenge and then making it impossible plays into like their videos while also making fun of him for thinking that he's not like 50. So finally we're at number 1 here. Yeah, no, this one felt good when I posted it, and this is a proper number 1. This is my When YouTube Channels Lie video. It was the one about like tabloid magazine YouTube channels where they just completely make up stories about celebrities and stuff and lie in their thumbnails and titles. This one I felt good about because it's easily the most feedback I've ever gotten on a video, which I was not expecting when I posted it. So that was obviously like very reassuring to me. But also it was the one where when I wrote it and shot it, I did not like it at all. I was actually very upset with it. And then when I was editing it, it all kind of came together, and I like by the time I was done, I felt so good about it, and that was such a cool like 180 because I was like, this is going to be shit, which is actually kind of how I'm feeling about this right now because I didn't write any of this right now. I'm just talking, and I don't know if I'm being that funny, so guess we'll see. This one I felt good about because probably because it was coming from like a personal place. Like I hate things like that, like these channels that just completely lie and just steal stuff and post it, and it's like, what are you doing? Who runs this and then is like, yep, I'm an honest person? Like, you can't do that. You have to know you're a scumbag. But I also liked my editing in this one too, like that fake magazine cover that I did in it. Like I liked the effect I put on that magazine cover. Like I edited the whole thing. Like I made a magazine cover. It's in it for like 2 seconds. Like you can just tell by reading it that it's just a lie. Like how those grocery store magazines will say something like, Giselle left Tom because of his secret affair. Photos inside. And then it would say like, Giselle, how could you do this? That helped me feel good about it. So it was little things like that I liked about it. I liked the thumbnail because I made fun of their thumbnails, like the Instagram live and like the words they would use, like save me, get out, I'm sorry. And then I thought it was funny to say also Tupac was alpha because none of those make sense together, but those were all individually on the thumbnails of their videos. I also did the commercial in that one for the streaming services, and that one felt good to make. Like I felt like, again, social commentary guy here, so I made some social commentary. I got complimented on that too, which felt good because I was happy with it, so that's always reassuring, like I've said. So that one I would say has to be number 1. I don't think people would agree because my Andrew Tate one's my most viewed video. Gonna guess because it has his name in it, but I don't know. I just remember when that came together and like the edit and everything, I was pretty jazzed because I was really not pumped about it when I started it. Well, that wraps up the power rankings of my own videos. I like that idea a lot. I think that's funny. Just power ranking your own stuff. Like imagine if God just came down and power ranked all of his creations. It's like, uh-oh. Imagine me in last. That'd be a gut punch. But also before the video ends, I guess I wanted to announce. Announce seems like too big of a word. I'm just telling you. I'm going to start a blog so I can do more writing. Yep, pretty groundbreaking stuff to start a blog. I know. I'm really taking the next step. I think it's funny to go from like video, which is undeniably like the most popular way to absorb anything like content wise, go from that to writing, which is just absolutely not the most popular way to do it nowadays. I don't think many managers would advise this path, but I enjoy comedy writing a lot, so it's just like a new avenue for me to put stuff out there on. I will link it below. I also put like the URL on screen. Can't even copy it, you can just read it, I guess. But I got the WordPress in the URL too, so you know I cheaped out and didn't pay for it. Just dip my toes in the water here. Don't want to spend money. Man, I am promoting the shit out of this. I have a couple blogs up there now. One is about how I started the blog, which I explain I was not sober when I did it. The other one's about Sean Evans from Hot Ones and how he's like the whitest person alive. A modern Shakespeare is what would be a neat thing to be called. I have not been called that, but give it a read. And finally, I just want to say like a genuine thank you to anyone who has watched and subscribed over the past year. I intentionally don't ask people to subscribe because I think that's lame. If you like what I make, by all means do it. I would love that, but I'm not going to ask you to do it. It's like if you don't like it enough to subscribe, then don't. That would make no sense. It's your choice. It's not like people forget that they can subscribe. So if you like it, please do, of course. So thank you in the past year if you have chosen to. I genuinely really appreciate it a lot. I know it's just like a little over 170 people. It's not much for YouTube or anything, but seeing that go from 0 to 3 digits in a year, that's pretty encouraging to me. I could have a decently sized wedding with that amount of people, but I would not invite any of you, and I hope you completely understand that. You're strangers. But it's still significant to me that I've like stuck with this for a year because I am just the master at starting something and not finishing it, like just phenomenal at it. I do it with everything. So the fact that I've stuck with this and the fact that people have started watching, it's really cool. I wouldn't have ever expected that. Again, it's not like I'm getting thousands of views or anything, but it's cool that anyone's watching. Speaking of strangers, I've gotten some like overwhelmingly nice and encouraging comments from strangers watching watching my videos over the past year, which is really cool and also super dangerous sounding. Yeah, I've been getting a lot of compliments from strangers online on my videos. Sounds like it could end so many bad ways. But the comments have all been, for the most part, very, very encouraging and make me feel more confident about posting these. So thank you, and I will pay all of you back when my money's in a better situation, I promise. Why do you think the blog is free? Money's a touchy subject, okay? Anyways, here's a sample from one of my latest sketches. I can't show you the whole thing because it's like 2.5 minutes and that's just too long, but if you like it enough, you can watch the whole thing.
What's up, buddy?
Oh, hey,
How's it
man.
going?
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, yeah, you look good. This place.
Thanks. You're
Dude, I'm excited for this party, man. Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, no worries. You're kind of early, actually.
Yeah, little early bird gets the worm. You know, I don't mind. I don't mind coming early.
You're actually like 3 hours early.
Give her, just a little early. I just swung by Walmart, grabbed Bill and Ted Face the Music DVD.
Oh,
It was in the bargain bin. Stole it, basically.
Yeah.
I did actually steal it. I didn't check it out.
Okay.
Alex Winter's in it. Pretty pumped. What were you gonna put on the TV during the party?
I didn't really think about it.
Buddy, I got it. We're all good. I brought one.
Oh, I guess you came
So I can just
pretty.
hook it up over there. Then? Let's just you have a spot to plug this in, right?
I guess we
Okay,
could
I'll
clear
just go
some
do that then.
Again, if you want to see the whole thing, check it out. So with that, that's the end of the video. Again, thank you so much for the past year. Thank you for watching this video. It's been awesome. I'm going to try and make more videos more frequently. I have like a whole whiteboard with a schedule on it that I'm already behind on. So you'd think the pressure of a deadline would help. It has not. So stay tuned. Maybe we'll get this back on track. Anyways, thank you again. Peace out.